That's 95.5 Alive. Give your neighbor a high five. Unless you're driving, keep both hands on the wheel and stay tuned right here. Today I got a Grammy Award nominee. Well, he's a Grammy Educator Award. It's amazing. This is the only guy from Hawaii who is nominated for this Grammy Educator Award. Might even get a chance to go to the Grammys coming up right quick and pick up a $10,000 honorarium. All finalists, in fact, pick up at least a $1,000 honorarium. His name is Michael Hirokawa, and he's from Les Jardins Academy, one of the finest of the finest. He's a local music teacher, and his whole heart, everybody, I was just trying to ask him a few questions like, Don, the whole point of this is to talk about music education for our local students. Mr. Hirokawa, welcome to you, friend.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Now, first of all, tell me, you are a Grammy Educator Award nominee. What does that mean? I've never even heard of it, but the Grammys, I've definitely heard about that.
Right. So this is an award that was put together by the Grammy Music Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not necessarily a Grammy at the Grammy Awards, but it is an award that they're giving out to a music teacher to promote music education. And music education is just something that's been under attack throughout the state of Hawaii, throughout the nation.
Yeah, because of budget cuts, I think one of the most unfortunate things is we're cutting music and the arts, and that is pretty much the windows to the soul for many of us. That's where we get in touch with our spiritual side. Now, you teach over at Les Jardins. What do you teach, Micah?
I teach music.
What kind of music?
Well, I teach general music. I started off teaching preschool music, but I teach general music. I got my degree at the Manoa University of Hawaii in ethnomusicology. Wow. And so I really like to teach about the origins of music and how it impacts our society.
Interesting. I just learned a cool little thing this morning. Mr. Micah Hirokawa, perhaps you already know this, but did you know that Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, do you know who wrote it? Mozart.
In
and he wrote it when
ways.
he was 5 years old. So when you're talking about music education for our keiki, for our little ones, we just get inspired by the fact that Mozart started with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. We're still singing that song to this day. That's amazing.
I know. The incredible thing about it is he wrote it in 12 different ways.
Wow.
But it's also ABC.
It is.
Yeah. And Baba Black Sheep.
Oh my gosh, you're right. You're so right.
Yeah.
I love learning new things every day on The Fish. Micah Hirokawa is local music teacher, Grammy Educator Award nominee. Now, when do we find out if you're like the finalist who gets to go forward to the Grammys?
Well, they're going to be announcing the semifinalists in August. Right now, I'm a quarterfinalist. And so in August, they'll announce the semifinalists. And from there, we'll go on to the finals. The most important thing is that right now, we have an opportunity to shed light on having music education sustainable in our school systems.
Now, when you say sustainable music education, how can we support that? Because I think so many people like yourself, myself, we want our children to learn music, even if it's picking out "My Dog Has Fleas" on an ukulele. We realize the importance, especially of perpetuating Hawaiian music. And by the way, you're the only guy representing Hawaii. Thank you for representing so well. But how can we be supportive of music education in our islands?
You know, I think the best way that we can have music education in our islands is that we can have music education in our homes. I think it needs to start in our homes. Yeah. And for me, I'm the oldest of 7 children. My dad was a musician in Waikiki. He also was an optometrist by day. And music was a huge part of my house. And I think everybody's got an uncle, an auntie, or someone who plays an instrument that can come to your house. And my dad always told me, he said, no matter how much you know, the most important thing is that you ask, can I learn that? How do you do that? And so I think if you're always asking, how do I do that? How do I learn that? Then music will always be at the forefront.
And I love that you say that because it was included in your official bio. I got to read this morning. And Micah, you are amazing. It says, you continue to be a student of music. You teach music, but you continue to be a student. One of my favorite pastors and my pappy pastor, Pastor Wayne Cordero, said, you know, the greatest warriors of all time realize that they've never fully succeeded. They continue to be the white belt mentality where they continue to learn brand new moves. You never just say, oh, I'm a 7th level black belt. But you're a white belt in music, and it says you perform regularly at a lot of different venues around the island, but you also teach at Les Jardins, product of the public school, and I love this line. It says, born and raised on Oahu, the oldest of 7 children, and enjoy spending time with family. I hope you do, because you're the oldest of 7. There's no way to avoid it.
There isn't.
Now, is there any way Hawaii can vote for you, or do we just pray for you? How can we support you?
You know, that's one of the things I really enjoy about this competition is that it isn't a voting competition. And it shouldn't be, I think.
Why? We could rock the vote like we did for Jasmine on American Idol.
You could, but you know, the wonderful thing is the spirit of music and the joy that it brings into people's lives. And so whether I go, 10 steps further or just stay where I'm at, I think it's really important to always just have music right in our hearts. And so I'm really glad that I got this far. Did I just say far on the radio?
You didn't. I didn't hear that at all. No, I'm just going to avoid the question and take the 5th. We're talking with Director of Music at La Jardin Academy in Kailua. Congratulations, as he has now become the Grammy Educator Award nominee, representing the state of Hawaii, the only one. And the Grammy organization will select 10 finalists, including 1 winner, to be the ultimate educator of the Grammy Educator Award. We're going to find out who wins. Please keep us tuned in to what happens. And of course, we're praying and hoping for our guy, Mr. Micah Hirokawa, to take not only the title, but the $10,000, because his heart is so much about raising up our children in Hawaii with the mele, the sounds of music in their hearts, to help set our aloha state apart as the aloha of all the world. Thank you, and God bless you, Mr. Micah Hirokawa, as you go forward with the Grammys.
And you too.
This is exciting. 8:50 the time right now as we wrap it up here in the fish tank. Myself, Don O'Brien, and our final thought of the day as we end each and every day with the best of the best quotes comes from God's Word, which in Ephesians 6:7, just like Micah lives it out, it says, serve wholeheartedly as if you were serving the Lord. You don't serve a boss. You don't serve a man or a woman. You serve God all the time. And Micah does that. Serve wholeheartedly as if you're serving the Lord. Watch how God is going to bless your life. Congratulations, and God bless you. God willing, I'll see you back here tomorrow morning for Aloha Friday.
Aloha, kids and parents.